Hey guys, I am pumped to be here today. We have a really fun topic today. Just give me one quick second. I want to share this into the Facebook group so anybody in there can watch along. If you're watching this live or watching the replay right now, if you're watching the replay, not if you're watching live, feel free to skip ahead a minute or so while I struggle to get this in the group. I promise it'll be worth the wait. We got some good stuff coming up. Let me just copy the description. Usually my assistant helps me with this, but she cannot help me today, so it's all me. All right, posting. Let's go live on Instagram and dive in. Hey everybody, I'm so excited you are joining me today. We have a really fun topic. Today we are talking about 2 powerful ways to make money through an online summit. And you hear me talk all the time about how beneficial a summit can be for your business, whether it's list growth, income, visibility, expert status, connections, like the list goes on and on and on. And you hear me talk about it a lot, but today I really want to break some things down because you might hear me say it and be like, well, okay, that sounds great, but I have no idea how that works or how you make that happen. So we're going to talk about specifically the 2 most powerful ways to make money through a summit today. And there are 2 things I like to talk about here. One is your All Access Pass, and 2 are increasing profits post-summit. So once your summit is over, we're going to break down both of those things. So I'm going to start with the All Access Pass. So what an All Access Pass is basically ongoing access to presentations. So usually during your summit, you give people maybe 24, maybe 48 hours to watch a summit presentation, then it expires. And the only way they can get access is through purchasing your All Access Pass, okay? So that's, one way to sell it. Some ways you can kind of boost conversion rates we'll go over in a minute. But why this works is because people come, they watch all these presentations related to things they need for their life or for their business, depending on your summit audience. And they want continued access to that. They want to be able to watch more presentations than they can watch like live in a day. A lot of people can't clear their entire schedule to sit and watch all these presentations. So that's really part of why it works so well. Pricing for this is all over the board. I've seen All Access Passes sell from as little as $19 to as much as, $500. It just kind of depends. I like to stick between the $47 to $197 range for mine, and all of that in one summit as well. That converts really well. Don't feel like you need to underprice yourself for this, because All Access passes are worth a lot of money, and they give a lot of value to your people, especially if you add some bonuses in. So speaking of the bonuses, let's talk about increasing the conversion rates. I know I'm going fast here. I want to give you guys a lot of information in a short time. If you need me to slow down, if you have questions, let me know. Instagram, Facebook, either way, I'll get back to you. But as for increasing conversion rates for an All Access Pass, there are a few things you can do. First is having that really solid niche and topic. I've talked about this so much, I won't go over it again. If you need more information on that, listen to episodes 4 and 5 of the Summit Host Hangout podcast. But having that specific niche and topic will let you have an offer really specific to your summit's audience. So that's one big part of this. Another way to increase conversion rates is to have limited time offers or price increases. So once someone joins my summits, I give them 15 minutes to get the All Access Pass for a discount. And then I have a couple other price increases throughout the event as well. And that just kind of helps people make the decision of whether they do or do not want to buy. And a lot of times they'll say they do, which is great. And that increases those conversion rates. And then one other thing you can do is build in some really awesome bonuses into your All Access Pass. You don't need to have a ton, but I like to ask my speakers for products or offers they have that I can include. So I do ask for paid offers, but I tell them no one-on-ones because you don't want hundreds of people trying to schedule a one-on-one call with you. And to make it a more introductory offer, we don't want your top level product in here and you giving it away to some people for free, because anyone that doesn't come in through their affiliate link, they're not necessarily making any direct money on. Now, hopefully they have things set up in a way where they will make money through those people down the road, or at least have a chance to, but we don't want them including their very best product right off the bat. So I tell them, some kind of introductory offer, workbook, ebook, workshop, mini course, 30-day membership, or 30 days free to their membership, things like that. But having those things, especially if you have speakers really targeted to your summit audience, they're really going to help you increase those conversion rates, which is wonderful. We all want to get higher conversion rates. So that's kind of the basics of how you make money through an All Access Pass. You're presenting this offer to them after they register for free, so they've already said yes to something, get them when they're in the yes mood, present them with this offer, they're likely to say yes again. For my first summit, I had an audience of 500 people and was able to make $16,000 just through the All Access Pass. So that's incredible. If you have more than 500 people on your list, I'm sure you can see how, that just like opens the doors for what you can do. If you have 500 or fewer, 16,000 or higher is very doable for you if you get the niche and topic right, if you present the offer in the right way throughout the process. Okay, so that's the first way you can make money through a summit. The second way I want to talk about quickly is the post-summit profits. So what this is after the summit, after you're not selling the All Access Pass anymore, you have another opportunity to make even more, depending on how your business is set up, okay? So why this works is, your summit was targeted to your audience for something related to what you do, for the problem you solve for people through your existing products and services. You warmed them up a ton through your summit, whether they're a totally cold audience coming into you from speakers, or whether it's a warm audience member that was maybe already sitting on your email list or casually following you on social media. You warmed all of those people up, and you also heard what they need help with, especially if you had a Facebook community. There's probably all kinds of people in there asking questions, or I like to have a join question asking what their biggest struggle is. That's a great way to learn more about what they need help with. And now you can present them with a related offer for that. So there's a few options, and this is going to depend on your business model. And that can be the offer that you present after the summit can be your services, a course, or some other digital product, or a membership. Hold on, if you don't have any of that, I'll talk to you too. But for your services, this is what I have done throughout my summits. I've booked my services out 6 months or farther in advance. My retainer services have been completely booked solid since my first summit in April of 2018. That's incredible. So like the way I do this super casually. You can send like a specific email launch sequence about your services. What I do, I just make sure these people know what my services are throughout my summit. I do a summit presentation, yes, during my own summit. That kind of gets people onto the idea of what my services are and the fact that they might be useful. And then after the summit, I send them a couple months of content related to what my services help with. I make sure they know what I offer and how many openings I have, and that's all I've had to do, and it's booked out my services, okay? So you can take a more formal approach and do a launch sequence, or you can keep it more casual for your services depending on what they are and how much availability you have. As for your course, you can build this offer right into your All Access Pass. You can have it instead of an All Access Pass, but I do recommend capitalizing on that extra money you can make with just an All Access Pass and put people in an email sequence for your course afterwards. So send a week or maybe 2 weeks of kind of more nurture type content to give them a break from how much noise there was going on during the summit, how much content they took in. Give them a chance to like reflect on that, make an action plan for it, realize what else they might need. Boom, you start an email sequence pitching your course. And that's a great way to do things. As for your membership, if you have a membership site, again, this can be something you build into your All Access Pass. You could give them like a 30-day trial of your membership as a part of purchasing the All Access Pass. I know someone, she was just on the podcast, Lee Shea McDonough. I don't remember exactly what episode it was, but it was recent. She talked about how she launched her membership, or, had a five-figure membership launch through her summit, and she just launched her membership, or she sold her membership instead of an All Access Pass. But my recommendation would be, depending on how expensive and how much of your time it takes, include 30 days, 14 days for All Access Pass people, and then do the similar thing as the course. For anyone who didn't join, send them a email sequence after getting them in their membership. For people who maybe did join, or for people who didn't join, if you didn't give any kind of trial, you just send that email sequence. For people who did join the free trial, you wouldn't send that sequence, but you'd want to plan something for when their free trial is coming to an end, how you're going to retain those people, okay? If you don't have any existing product, membership, service to sell, you can launch something new. I don't think after a summit you're going to feel like something really labor intensive, but you could do something like a live workshop or a live workshop series. And this is great because you can craft that workshop topic based on exactly what your summit attendees were telling you they needed. I like to do these live because it means you don't have to do a whole bunch of work ahead of time. If no one buys, you don't have to do anything. Also, like live Trainings, sorry, I'm like totally lost my train of thought. Live trainings have a higher perceived value than like an ebook or workbook or pre-recorded training. So that's another great way to do it live. You can get good feedback, and then you have the recording to sell or use in your funnel moving forward. So that's a great thing to do. Just because you don't have anything to sell right now doesn't mean that you can't still make money after your summit. So I want to know, let me know, in a comment on Facebook, in a message here on Instagram, what your summit offer will be. What are you going to sell as your all access pass? What are you going to pitch these people after the event to, get that second tier of income coming in? Because there is a lot of opportunity for income through a summit, and I want to hear about your plans, maybe do a little brainstorming with you. So let me know. Next week, we're going to be back, same time, same places. We're going to talk about 3 things you need to host a successful summit, as well as some things you don't. Because I know there are some things that you guys are like, I wish I had this because then I can host a summit. You might not need that thing. So we're going to talk about that next week. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful.